tan theta is called as the slope of the line. So slope measurement is done by tan theta, right? Tan theta also can be calculated if some points are given on the line. Let us check how to do that. Suppose on the line, there are, on the same figure I am drawing, suppose this is a point P whose coordinates are x1, y1. And suppose on the same line there is another point Q whose coordinates are x2, y2. So let us see if we can obtain some relation. We can write tan theta in terms of these coordinates. If I drop the perpendicular, this will be x1, y, right? This much distance, and this distance will be y1. And if I drop the perpendicular from here, then this distance will be y2, and this distance will become x2 since from y-axis. This distance will be x2, and one more perpendicular if I drop here, this will be 90 degree, and this angle will be how much, students? Can you tell?
Theta.
Because why it will be theta? Because these two are what?
Corresponding angle.
Corresponding angle. So this also will be theta, and this entire thing is y2, so then this much only will be how much? Will be y2 minus y1. And if this is x2, this is x1, then this will be how much? x2 minus x1. And now can you tell me tan theta in this small triangle? Tan theta will be altitude upon base. So tan theta is going to be y2 minus y1 whole upon x2 minus x1. So slope, which we generally denote by m also many a times, is given by tan theta and is also given by y2 minus y1 whole upon x2 minus x1, right? So this is the way how we calculate slope. Yeah, and it denotes what? More theta means more will be tan theta, and line will be inclined more with x-axis. So actually slope represents the inclination with x-axis, right? Then what is slope intercept form? Equation of line in slope intercept form is y equal to mx plus c. This equation represents, so here this you keep in mind, general equation. General equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Then second important form of a straight line is slope intercept form, and this is y equal to mx plus c. And let me write the meaning also of these m and c, where m is slope of the line and c equals to intercept cut by the line on y-axis, right? You understand, intercept cut by the line on y-axis? It means that in this figure, this distance will be c in this figure. One example let us take, and I can tell you that how to calculate if any equation is given. For example, suppose any equation is given. For example, let y equal to 2x plus 3 is the equation. Then its slope will be how much? The slope will be x multiplier 2, and it's where it will cut the y-axis. It will cut the y-axis at 3 units, somewhere like this. This distance will be 3, right? It may be like this or it may be like this, I don't know, but I can tell that on y-axis where it cuts, that point from origin will give you 3 unit distance, right? Because it is obtuse angle have negative tan, so certainly not like this. Its graph should be somewhat like this, right? If because its slope is positive means with the x-axis it should create acute angle like that. So this slope also gives us idea about the orientation or direction of the line. The next important point form is intercept form. Right, these equations we'll keep in mind. The first one was general equation ax plus by plus c equal to 0. The second one is slope intercept form y equal to mx plus c. Standard form we'll keep remember. The next is intercept form. Intercept form means now only intercepts of the line on axis will be given. So suppose जैसे कि इसमें मुझे x y axis पे intercept की बात हुई थी. Now suppose you know the intercepts cut by the line on both axes. So let a line cuts the intercepts of A unit and B unit respectively on the axis. Means like this, that line cuts x-axis and creates an intercept of A unit. तो इस तरह से ये जो लाइन सेगमेंट हमको जो मिलता है ओरिजिन से लेके उस पॉइंट तक जहां पर लाइन मीट करती है x-axis, that is called as x-intercept. So, or we say that this line creates an intercept of A unit on x-axis. Similarly, if the y-intercept is B unit, then its equation we can write directly. Then the equation of line is x upon A plus y upon B equal to 1. This is the equation of line. And this equation is very helpful in drawing the graphs. Suppose this equation is given and you have to draw the graph. Simply take this point, mark on x-axis, take this point with sign, whatever plus or minus sign is, with that you have to take. Mark on y-axis and connect those 2 points. Your line will be ready. ठीक है, एक्सपेरिमेंट करके देखते हैं. कोई एक एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं जिसमें मुझे इक्वेशन ऑफ लाइन सिर्फ पता है. वो इक्वेशन एक और बात कि इक्वेशन इफ यू डोंट हैव इन दिस फॉर्म यू कैन ब्रिंग इन दिस फॉर्म. फॉर एग्जांपल लेट आई हैव वन इक्वेशन 2x plus 3y equal to 6. So can I convert in this form? Actually, I have to draw the graph of this line. So without plotting the solutions. So can someone tell how to convert this equation in this form? Any idea, students?
By dividing by 6.
Dividing by 6, yes. Because this equation contains 1 in the right hand side. So divide by 6, you will get 1. Dividing by 6 throughout. And this will become 2 upon 6 is 1 upon 3. X upon 3 plus y upon 3 2s are 6 equals to 1. Now this intercept form is ready. Now its graph you can draw easily. How? Draw x and y axis. 1 2 3 1 2 3. 3 units on x axis, this point, and 2 units on y axis, and join them. Right. And if you remember, I think we discussed the same method. We use the same method in linear inequalities chapter. Right. So this is. So one more example. Suppose some negative sign also there. Suppose any equation is 2x minus 4y minus or plus 8 equal to 0. So if this equation, if you have to convert in this form, what is to be done? First of all, constant is to be shifted on the right hand side. So 2, or I should take something else. क्या ले लूँ मैं? 6 ले लेता हूँ. चलो ठीक है. So constant I am shifting on the right hand side, minus 6. Then on the right hand side you have to make 1, divide by minus 6. And this will become x upon minus 3 प्लस 2y अपॉन 3, 2 हटा के 3 अपॉन 2 लिख सकता हूं मैं, इक्वल टू 1. एंड नाउ इजीली यू कैन ड्रॉ द ग्राफ ऑफ दिस लाइन. And its graph, if you have to draw, then you make x and y axis, and negative x axis also you have to take some mark some points. -3 on x axis, 1.5 on y axis, and connect them. This is the desired line. So this is very useful, this intercept form. What is intercept form? The standard equation is x upon a plus y upon b equal to 1. This is. So till now we have studied 3 standard equations. General equation, ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Then second was slope intercept form, y equal to mx plus c. And the third one is intercept form. This is x upon a plus y upon b equal to 1. Then the next, fourth and last important form is normal form. And normal का अर्थ फिजिक्स और मैथमेटिक्स में होता है परपेंडिकुलर. So or perpendicular form. And this is given by, first of all, let me draw the figure. Suppose there is a line which on which one perpendicular from origin we draw, and let it has the length p units. One. And another thing, suppose with x-axis it makes alpha angle. With positive x-axis, what? This perpendicular. This perpendicular on the line makes alpha angle. Then equation of line is given by x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. This is the equation of the line, where p is what? P is the length of perpendicular from origin on line. P is the length of perpendicular from origin on the line, and alpha is the angle between the perpendicular and x-axis. Right, this is. And in the exercise, I'm not spending time to show you how to convert this equation, this kind of equation, in this form, which contains cos of something as x multiplier and y of something as and sine of something as y multiplier. How to convert from this equation to this equation, that work we shall discuss in exercise. So leaving for that time only, not discussing now. So these are 4 standard forms of straight line. Now some more things, some more concepts. Let us discuss them, then we will move towards exercise. Yes, students. Next concept is equation of line. Passing through one point. Students, let a line, suppose any one point is given, passes through x1, y1. One point on the line is given, x1, y1, and line is passing through that point. Then its equation is, we have a standard form, and its equation is given by y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. right? You can take any general form out of 4 forms. You can assume any form and put the coordinates of x1, y1 in place of x and y, because the line is passing through that point. So value of x and y, if you keep as x1 and y1, the equation will get satisfied. From there you take the value of constant, again put in the same equation, you'll get this formula. This formula is going to be used plenty of times, super useful, super important for us, very basic formula. Any equation of line on which any point is given, coordinates you can put in place of x and y1. Slope you should know, put the value of slope, and then equation will be ready. So this is one formula. Then sometimes what is there, that 2 points on the line we know. So next is equation of line passing through 2 points. Say x1, y1 and x2, y2, 2 points. Let us assume this is the line. 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2 are there on this. Then equation, this only from 1 point if we consider, equation of line passing through 1 point will be this. Then can I find the value of m from here, from this fact? What should be value of m? Its slope?
y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1.
Exactly, because we have studied the formula in beginning, that slope when 2 points are given is equal to y2 minus y1. Anyone you can take first. You can do y1 minus y2 also, then denominator also the same sequence you have to take. Y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So m I have got here, m let us keep it here. Then equation of line will become y minus y1 equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. This is the line passing through 2 points. As a formula, we'll keep it, remember, and we'll use in the exercises, in the questions. Plenty of such questions are there in the exercise. 2 points will be given and they will ask find the equation of line. So use this formula. Okay. Next is to how to get the angle between 2 lines. Angle between 2 lines. Suppose 2 lines are given, students. This is my x and y axis. Suppose one line is this and the other line is this. And 2 lines, these are there, in between some theta angle is there. And I have to know the angle between them, this theta angle. Then how to find out the angle? तो कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं उसके लिए. एक्सपेरिमेंट ये कि let us subtend these lines up to x-axis and let us suppose the angles that they make with x-axis. Suppose this angle is theta 1 and this angle is theta 2. Then can someone tell me the relation between theta, theta 1 and theta 2? Can someone tell me what is the relation between theta?
Theta plus theta 2 is equal to theta 1.
बिल्कुल, theta 1 is equal to theta plus theta 2. External angle, exterior angle is equal to sum of 2 opposite interior angles. So by using that, theta 1 is equal to theta plus theta 2. And here I get theta is equal to theta 1 minus theta 2. ठीक है. Let और थोड़ा आगे चलते हैं. Lines are on theta angle with each other. Then theta will be equal to theta 1 minus theta 2. आप assume कर लीजिए theta 1 and theta 2 are the angles made by the lines with x-axis. Then if I take tan of both sides, then tan theta will be equal to tan of the entire thing. And if I apply tan A minus tan B formula, what it should be? What it should be? If someone is listening, tell tan theta 1 minus theta 2. If I apply the formula, क्या मुझे लिखना चाहिए? आयावंत क्या लिखना चाहिए?
tan theta.
Yes, somebody is speaking. Yes, tell.
Tan theta 2 minus tan theta 1 upon 1 minus
Multiply. है ना? Yes. Whatever sequence I have used, that only I am following. Tan theta 1 minus tan theta 2 whole upon 1 plus tan theta 1 theta tan theta 2. This is okay. And this will be the slope of first line, because first line creates theta 1 angle with x-axis. So slope of first line will be m1. Let me call it m1. m1 minus m2 whole upon 1 plus m1 m2. This is tan theta. And many a times what happens that this angle, two lines may make four angles in which mutually two angles will be equal. So actually two independent angles they can make, and two angles, if this is theta, the another angle will be 180 minus theta, which will be obtuse. So what we do actually, we tell only one angle and it is enough. है ना, हम ये नहीं बताते कि हाँ लाइंस हैं, दो लाइंस हैं, वो 30 डिग्री बना रही है और 150 भी क्रिएट कर रही हैं, तो एक 30 है ये वाला, तो ये तो 150 तो हो ही जाएगा. So what we do, we actually tell only acute angle always, and acute means if it comes negative, let us take its magnitude. So many a times we take magnitude, and this formula we use to get the angle between two lines. So what you need actually, you need to have this two lines slope. Both the slopes if you have, you can get the angle between them by using this formula. Okay, now let us see some particular case. What will happen if lines are parallel, and what will happen if lines are perpendicular, both the lines. So case 1, note, if lines are parallel, so parallel means how much will be the angle between them, students? How much will be the angle between them?
0.
0.
0 degree. Parallel means they'll have 0 degree. Theta will be 0 degree. So if you put tan theta as tan 0 and then simplify and see what happens, tan 0 is how much?
0.
0. So equals to 0. And if you solve it, means you have to cross multiply. And if you cross multiply, you will get m1 equal to m2. Its converse is also true, that two lines, if they are parallel, their slopes will be equal. And its converse if you take, means if two lines have equal slopes, they will be parallel. Right? Equal slope. For example, 2x plus 3y plus 4 equal to 0, and 2x plus 3y plus 6 equal to 0. Are they parallel? Yes, they are. How I identified that they are parallel? Because I calculated the slopes. You know how to get the slope of these two lines? Friends, you know how to get the slope of these two lines? Slope, to get the slope, this is the standard equation. Y equal to mx plus
सर स्लोप फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर लेंगे.
कन्वर्ट कर लेंगे. और मैं एक नोट हमको एक्चुअली डिस्कस करना था कि जैसे अगर ये लाइन दी है ax plus by plus c equal to 0, then if you write in slope intercept form, it will become like this. So general equation, suppose this is given, then slope we can directly obtain by minus a upon b formula. क्या formula है? Minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. So can you tell me what should be m1? Minus 2 upon 3. And what should be m2? minus 2 upon 3. है ना? How I calculated? By this formula. This you keep in write in notebook and close in box and keep remember that if any general equation is given, its slope directly we can find by using this minus x multiplier divided by y multiplier. So both lines have same slopes, they are parallel. तो बड़ा काम का हमारा एक इसका corollary निकला इस फॉर्मूले का. और एक और केस कि what will happen, let us see if lines are perpendicular. So if theta is equal to 90 degree, then tan 90 will be equal to 1 mod of tan 90 is how much, students?
1 upon 0.
Not defined.
Not defined. Not defined means infinite. And if it is infinite, it means it must have a zero denominator. It must have a zero denominator. It means what? It means that 1 plus m1 m2 must be 0. And it means that m1 m2 equal to minus 1. So if two line slopes are such that their multiply is minus 1, then they must be perpendicular. So this is the method to check. It's converse you can use to check whether two lines are perpendicular or not. How to check? That you get their slopes, multiply them, check. If it comes minus 1, they are perpendicular. For example, these two lines are perpendicular. For example, x plus y equal to 1 and x minus y equal to 1 are perpendicular. How I check that they are perpendicular? What should be the slope of this, students? M1 will be how much here? M1 will be how much?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. Minus x ka multiplier 1, y ka multiplier 1. So minus 1 upon 1. Minus 1. And similarly, M2 will be minus 1 upon minus 1, which is 1. So M1, M2 equal to minus 1, and hence they are perpendicular. So I can check that whether two lines are perpendicular or not by this tool. And this tool is used in one more way for one more thing, that M2 equal to minus 1 upon M1. If you know that two lines are perpendicular and first line slope you know, then second line slope you can find out. Example, let us take quickly. Let a line is, example, let a line is given by (3x plus 5y equal to 13). Question is, write the slope of a line perpendicular to it. Suppose this is the question. So can you tell me what is the slope of this line? M1. Huh?
Minus
Anyone?
3 by 5.
Minus 3 by 5 will be the slope of this line. So slope of line, perpendicular line will be how much? Slope of perpendicular line M2 will be minus 1 upon M1. Minus 1 upon minus 3 by 5. It will be 5 by 3. 5 by 3. So, काम का चीज है, useful tool for us. One more important note, because that we are going to use directly in our questions, that suppose one line is given, then how to write the line parallel to it and how to write a line perpendicular to it. Let us learn that also. I request you all to keep write these things so that writing enhances our learning. Two notes we'll discuss. Let ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is a line. Then line parallel to it is, can you tell me what should be the structure of line parallel to it? See, it's parallel means they will have same slopes, and slope its slope will be minus a upon b. So in the next line, which is parallel to it, a and b you keep same, or in same ratio also will work. To keep the thing simple, let us keep them same. A and b you keep same, constant you change. So the line parallel to it will be ax plus by plus c dash equal to 0. चॉइस है आपकी, कांस्टेंट आप चाहे लेफ्ट में रखिए चाहे राइट में रख लीजिए, है ना, या मैं अगर राइट में रखें, कुछ लोगों को राइट में ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है, तो कुछ भी c डैश c2 कुछ भी आप ले लीजिए, इक्वल टू लैम्डा सपोज आई हैव टेकन, ठीक है. एंड perpendicular also in the same note I'm writing, then line perpendicular to line 1, this is 1 suppose, is perpendicular means the perpendicular line slope will be m will be equal to minus 1 upon minus a by b, means b upon a, b upon a. So what you do, you write the line equation of line in such a manner so that the slope comes b upon a. That will happen if you write like this, bx minus ay. Now if you calculate the slope, it will be minus b upon minus a, you will get b upon a, right. So this and constant you attach either in left or in right, doesn't matter, this is. So this will keep in mind these two things, that if any general equation is given, ax plus by plus c equals 0, then its parallel line parallel to it can be written as ax plus by equal to lambda, and line perpendicular to this line can be written as bx minus ay equal to lambda. So these two things you can use in questions, and many steps will be saved. So we'll use these two formula directly. Now I think it's time to some more concepts are there, very difficult to cover them within this class. I think some questions of first exercise we can discuss, and after that the next remaining formula we shall discuss in next class. Students, I hope this screen must be visible in front of you. Yeah, and first exercise 10.1. Where is 10.1? This is 10.1. Yeah. So is it visible to you people, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So all the students, you have a look of 10.1 exercise. 10.1 exercise is actually simply a revision of the things which you have studied in previous classes. For example, the first question is, draw a quadrilateral in the Cartesian plane whose vertices are minus 4, 5, 0, 7, 5, minus 5, and minus 4, minus 2. So you have to draw exactly, not approximately, exactly. You can draw Cartesian plane, you can assume the units on x-axis and y-axis and show these points, and you will get a quadrilateral. They are asking how to also find its area. So how to find the area of this triangle, students?
Draw the diagonal and then find the area of other two triangles and sum them.
Absolutely. Quadrilateral's area, if you want to find, you connect a diagonal. Then you will get two triangles. And to get the area of triangle, there is a direct formula in class 10th you have seen, or 9th you have seen. Which formula? Half, suppose the vertices are x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, then half x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1, etc., etc. So that formula you use. Will take time. So please carefully find the time and find out carefully the area. Question number 2 is, the base of an equilateral triangle with side 2a lies along the y-axis such that midpoint of the base is at the origin. Find the vertices of the triangle. Second question we can do that. Second question is, base of an equilateral triangle is 2a. So there is an equilateral triangle. Let me draw. Can someone read the question? Ayushi Verma, can you read the question too? Or anyone who is present, who is listening? Ayushi
Yes,
Verma,
sir.
Question number 2, will you read? Let me draw the figure. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Exercise 10.1.
The base of an equilateral triangle with side 2A lies along the y-axis such that the midpoint of the base is at the origin.
Okay.
Find vertices of the triangle.
Find the vertices of the triangle. So picture will be like this. If it is equilateral triangle, this will be 2A. This will be 2A, equilateral. And midpoint of base is at origin. So AA. What should be this? A, capital A coordinates. This will be this origin. This will be A comma 0. This B, if it is, then B coordinates will be. And this C, then C coordinates should be, Ayushi, how much? Huh? Yeah, Ayushi. C coordinates will be how much? वही तो बताए.
0, A.
0, comma. First of all, the first x coordinate will be 0 because it is on what? On y-axis. A, how? No, this distance will be how?
No. Sorry.
How much it will be? हाँ? देखो आप बोलोगे नहीं ना तो आपकी जो कैपेसिटी है आंसर करने की वो धीरे धीरे खत्म होती जाए.
Sir,
√3a.
हाँ, ये तो बच्चों वाला क्वेश्चन है क्लास. पाइथागोरस यही तो मैं सुनना चाहता हूँ. तो इतना धीर गंभीर और पेशेंस भी नहीं रखना है कि जो है ना बताएं. तो इट विल बी 4a² - a² means 3a² means a√3. The coordinates will be √3a. So believe me, this is quite simple work. 10.1. You please complete these questions. Try completing these questions of 10.1. Third question is find the distance between PQ, where PQ is parallel to a y-axis, PQ is parallel to x-axis. You please draw the figure and then automatically you can see what is the distance between them. Of course, you have a distance formula, root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, like that. Question fourth, find a point on x-axis. Point on x-axis, let it be a comma 0, which is equidistant from these 2 points. So get the distance of a comma 0 with 7 comma 6, get the distance of a comma 0 with 3 comma 4, equate them, you'll get the distance between them. Fifth question is find the slope of line which passes through origin and the midpoint of the line segment joining these 2 points. Midpoint of line joining these 2 points you can calculate by doing x1 plus x2 whole by 2, comma y1 plus y2 whole by 2. And the other, after that finding that point, the other point is origin 0 comma 0. Then slope formula is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Please try doing these 5 questions. On the next turn, we shall discuss the next questions of the same exercise. So